What was that pictures?
Yeah, ended the bit maybe. But Kwame, changing my stand. Say Oba, people focusing on the identity of Anasa. I don't interrogate that subject matter. Say allegations against him, then that one I will be able to interrogate. But if the subject matter is about his identity, for instance, you put pictures out there and you say, oh, is that him or is that not him? I'm unable to interrogate that, or a conscious decision not to interrogate such issues. But I find it interesting there. Ibimu, what focus is on the man's identity, and so they seek to put out things that they claim to be him. I wonder what the motive is. Because if it's allegations of corruption, bribery, ineptitude, misconduct, all that, that's fine. Those issues can be made and then we deal with it. But the very moment you are seeking that, look, identify this man, is that him, is that not him, I won't do it, because I've been questioning the motive. Yes, and what you seek to achieve with that, especially when in the last few weeks some people have been issuing threats against him. If you claim another jurisdiction and if you link it to murder and all sorts of things. And the motive in terms of the identity, I think is a very wicked one, and I'm not prepared to help anybody to continue engaging in that. That's the point. You must have a murderous intent to be concentrating on the issue of identity. It's Masa.
Or how?
Oh, I mean, what I've seen, and I'm happy that Anas himself is strong enough to contain it, but I'm medzi. In your man may who Ghana Kroma ha, in your man may go through. Kwame, in your I don't know what worry. Maybe my wife, my children, maybe. But otherwise, I mean, Kwame, I'm like an iron.
Dead goat.
Yes, a stone. I'm not scared of anything. It's not possible. Church master. Me, my face to face with death. I shouldn't be sitting here. Medru, age 64. I ought not to be alive.
But how about us?
That's why I say I'm happy he's a strong guy, and he would overcome the storm. Church, I say, what is important is for him is the allegations that he seeks to clear himself of. The identity one, let's hope God will help him as well. But I mean, identity is the main discuss. Church, mercy. There's a good reason why I won't do that.
Yeah.
But forget fear. There is no fear in him. He's been empowered to the extent not to fear. So with fear, you are neutralized. You are immobilized.
Yeah.
That's what fear does. And there is no fear in him. Fortunately, he's in good company when it comes to people who are not afraid of anything or anybody.
Is it not interesting, sir? A politician and a spearhead this idea. I'm
told that I referred to was generally placed on a certain WhatsApp platform by a prominent politician. The politician may have a certain motive for so doing. I don't have problems with politicians who are making allegations, but I look at politicians who seek to identify and throw it out there. I have a little difficulty with them, but they are
say you in the
topics I
No. I mentioned earlier
that discretion occasionally.
Something disturbs you. Oh, what I only need to make us have.
Yeah.
I have say two things. Yeah, funny say pictures are rocking in the Japan near or more your side in here. Funny say Anas. What is the motive? so be kokunu.
So
yeah, fan is
so
give you clear indication says
yes. Now your fan is say enya nas.
You put that person.
You're endangering somebody's life.
Yeah.
And we passport biodata.
Yeah. Ain't you know? Okay, send Crawford could you sue President Mahama passport biodata?
Yeah.
I did two baby me in your cassette.
Yes.
Hamekaka. One, a your noir. I be a text here. Two, senor noir. A dear na ye. I want to hamekaka and I don't know.
You have a point there.
I'm just thinking aloud. I mean,
a point there in a country, city member of parliament,
yeah,
investigation,
you know,
up to now.
It's a source of
Ocasa investigation. When I don't understand. The case is on trial. No, the case is on trial.
And the
what we are doing now is prosecution. No, but the prosecution. No, what kind of investigation?
This investigation can you
and Patrick, on my investigative
case no court, so there's prosecution ongoing.
Case investigation will be me but now city member of parliament.
That's another matter.
And Patrick, that's a different angle.
Investigation.
That's a different angle. In that capacity, but
it's not.
And Patrick, and you're running the case on me, and you go, your friend.
So that is also right.
No, but what did you say then?
It's just letting you see that.
What did you say then?
Draw lines.
What did you say then? Mommy and Jam, man, you're something the idea. Make us a woman. Make us a woman. We are my son. Yeah, Yana, the Avanya
will cry all time. What
time I said no. But what fire? I said, it's now a year question of Hammer. We're endangering somebody's life.
Thailand,
Yes,
how people value life. They put every resource,
everything on hold. But Ghana and Cameroon, say NDC no Agyapong can people back as a monomoy. Say MPP for so most back as one in Quran Quack schedule. So I'm genuinely worried. But
Kwame,
anyway,
I'm on your phone. Your mom, Diana, to 2 years.
Me any other business bear 2 minutes million pound. Sometimes me no fiancé.
Chama me that's it.
Can I say me about 2 minutes or until I do some you nam call fire.
See, I thought it's not the bread.
Well, okay. Let me say this.
Let's
Okay. In all of this, I'm saying Betcho. I'm Patron Betcho. Minchoana. Say, you're discussing MPP delegates conference and matters arising, right? In the process, we talked about vote buying. We talked about timing of purchase of 375 buses, and currently you're watching your main point. We've talked about the NDC's non-appearance. The only thing left here, shall I to say?
Oh, President visiting both regions.
Okay, and
but I'm here for 2 minutes.
Oh,
there is
a problem there.
Kwame fees on the team. You can't answer you. Okay, I want to good time. No,
I'm 3 minutes.
Chairman Nanabi sends one. He says, I've already mentioned elsewhere that I shall resign my position as the deputy boss of National Service Secretariat.
Okay, I wasn't aware, but that's fine.
I wasn't either. So there he goes.
Chairman.
Yes, Sampain.
The best NDC for the vile tribal politics in Omuyano. The best say or mine. Me papa can send be trade. Or see nipa there's a name. Saboniba ni tuma na ni nyansa nyina.
Was it tribal
politics? Enra, when you're minority in parliament, members of parliament are from honorable members. No Oma Kotra ho a press conference on birth and death registry. Say your transfer will be na Omu na funti.
Oh.
What? Yeah. So therefore the voter region,
that is not what they said.
Let's say oh please, there are 3 minutes. Man, come and say do a becadia. Now what because statement we say, move your man fans so as someone must see a Freddy Aka. Nobody akọ no akọ papers bi abegu ha say wadidi National House of Chief for atem. Na edie pa ne e pa free mu. Enti me papa sem no me ran fi da. Sa boni ba ni patrima na ni nyansa free mu. I mean, we shouldn't do this assassination. There be a mekasa asem no. Said the see Rwanda na se for no. And you be na ka so mpe presidents you. Obi asem bi afi na no e fa tribes ho and na di ni pam pimpim wu ye. So why you go on that tangent? And you indulge in that? Dabia, no makwa in what looking. You misrepresent the whole history of Ghana. Members of parliament, minority members, NDT members. Nenyo kudeta black one no mu defend it. I mean, what kind of shameful act is that? Some obey us our omeimu. Man kwaye no mu feel so mu ye in parliament. Some kwaye no headquarters ho kra Kanyamia. Man kwaye no parliament. Then quickly, one more summer moka amudaye twa pia mo say buses no 275. Now all of a sudden no be a vice chairman or be chairman when timina ne wakoto 275. When you know clearly say or no see what access loan from a bank. Mo number catch say and na magman say UMB no near say Ibrahim dia na adenti na kwaje busian ho no bi kwaje busian de koto basis a enye different from so akɔwi o man sika de to basis sa na de bonkrofotio ekun won kwa. That mentality still entemutrim why say huriye mojam empamutrim da sasem no enene musa drag Ghana to that tangent na mokoto 275 Mahindra buses pickups eto 10 ema regions ni nyina ema organizer bia nso ba ko no satam no konye scan way. Kwame, arrest my case.
Rest your case. Let me just add, sir, my attention has just been drawn to the fact, sir, NDC Ningo Pram Pram last Saturday Omotuaba. July 7, Omotwaso Enra with the election of the youth organizer. So NDC Ningo Pram Pram and so Etuaba last Saturday. And then this one from James Kwabena Bonfe Kabila or say, why is the absence of the NDC being dragged? What is the big deal if they boycotted? They should be bold to say they boycotted. The reason for which they boycotted, be it mourning the late vice president or whatever, is entirely their right. What for another 3 minutes here, Pong? And a Chima Nwabieja North constituency, NDC Tuaba last weekend, our Ashanti region. What for to also?
Kwame Medasi Bebre. Nia Minia Sampai, Nia Bra, ya all kinds, your minority in parliament, Aquacotrawa or Mokan wasem. And yes, ya transfer ubi keke and wasem no moka. Kwame, Utienia e Koswa. Since March, Ebedu Samri, one Kasankasa, Urigi Hono, Ubia in your passport. Near Tosubi. Nipa na wo ho no nya say ye transform do mo akọ birth and death you register but ye say do mo call other department
the local government pursue omo want to inform ko bia so for some of the to mo chiro
bro amankasa na wani abre okay ka cancel sometime
ya na be you mic to
me in what look you know nya ya na ye kan yo nya ya na ye kan ye mu ankasa na ye akanfo yeah, can afford it. And yeah, near Kayi.
Was say
you never know be describing because young
Nipa Corona will attribute or say was saying yeah, can for Sana Kayi.
Well,
precision. No, it's important.
Politics. Muya see 10 times.
How would you
heavily this morning for you see 10 times.
You feel what?
Listen.
I don't expect a national chairman.
Jimmy.
Samu, what's now you are not true anymore. Poor my
FPP party was this year. Samu get trouble a year. Satsam with my cannon rubiacum and let me say repeat it. Mumma Diana Muni flag bearer. It does so yes, Antony. On your Santiniana on your easy region.
What is this?
We'll be a contest.
There you go.
What you are
you are far better.
No, what is some
and yes, I am.
Madam,
so good.
Sometimes I may have to take all of you off air. I'll repeat. I'm repeating Saturday way beyond.
This is
very pretty Saturday
style.
Me Kwame Sefa Kayi. Me can radio so da. Samanyo 4. Obechiche yimwa. One day will rise against you.
I agree perfectly with you.
Say what fire? Senya wotie no. Because I say can say free when poba.
Good.
Can say almost champagne your kind no. E provoke.
Good.
Because munim near mo ye no. Kakra. Mode a pobi shenkrofoti.
Yeah.
Say we free her. And away free her. Sadia na mo ye no. One day. Say obia anka media meka. Because me nimya yankrofo. It is a very dangerous thing a moye Ghana has.
I agree perfectly with the group.
Say,
all can I say confidence? No.
What else? Me too. But me say you are.
Listen, no kind.
Catch me.
Trouble.
Okay, press conference.
Press conference, Pacho Kwame. Okay, yes, press conference, Pacho. Baby, you're the fire, no, and yes, I see a transfer nipa. But based on and some year if you want, and no, yes, and Coca. They say, who read you one? I didn't 6 match, Pacho. 6 match, Opinia passport.
So it means what?
It means, say, Kaya ya first one, is a free one. And more with a man for
listen to yourself.
I don't understand what you are saying.
Opach is a voter region.
Yes.
Since March. You'll be your man will be a passport.
That is exactly.
Before I apply for passport. Okay. What does that have to do with Nkwafa young fee birth and death registration? What does it have to do with it?
Now say the
what does it have to do with it?
No, Kwame.
Birth and death registration on your passport.
On my press conference, let us interrogate the content of the press conference.
It's me and you be a fee birth and death certificate.
Kwame, Obama ya to your boss.
No, stop accusing me of heckling because I'm not. I'm not heckling you, so don't accuse me of that. You're being unfair to me at this point. Your point will be made if I give you the time. I haven't said that.
Or refer to NDC4. Say you be a noir. Yes, inward looking.
Mr. Our press conference room.
No.
Let me yesterday.
Was it part of the press statement?
It was.
No, maybe myself.
Now, a woman who said it. So you don't.
Who said what?
Who said what?
Me say inward looking. Now, yeah, cano. You refer to who?
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is that
only say empanyfo a was that era no nyina inward looking era no. Say me Kayi obia but say me Kaya. Em say aka samokujeto obeda samwa President Kufo. Really, why do you not? Kojompini. JH Mensa.
Yeah.
She omunfie baby omedru. I didn't see that. Why are we still holding on to those things?
Why did he say it?
I'm saying what you said in the press conference.
So I'm asking why the inward looking is in that statement.
No. Good. And then I make sure say so. Some of these things we do not have to repeat them. We don't have to repeat them. We don't have to repeat them because.
But it's in your statement.
No, Tio Kwame. Who tears someone? Some pint how or kind of me yedi papa kwa. Me pesa sa de we me de be ye adwuma.
Ba mo so. Mo nyina.
Me so that. Say me papa mu. Me na fofo bebre. Srimfo. Ebiri me yangnafo. Ebiri me no kasa me free brown for region ba me yiri akwa huni. Eni ti be hu die nti a. Esa sa ne manema we nyina na nka ye de boy bra. Now sometimes what I'm telling you, content of the statement now omu isu ye no. And then I say you interrogate.
I don't know make one some no. I'm talking about what they said in their statement.
And conference you transfer ni pa bi no.
No, but
I transfer bia. Do you bring in so young ninety? Do you bring in say obi kwaka you looking? Do you bring in say obi can say?
Omu free side department no. Echo another department.
Now can't you because you are money.
They should not issue. They should cease issuance of birth certificate in the region forthwith.
official statement.
Yes. It was from local Ministry of Local Government.
In the statement, no way.
It was from Ministry of Local Government.
But
it's in public domain. Signed by the.
The moment statement na mukaye. Obian citing letter no. Obian citing letter no. And I'm saying citing letter no. Bring the letter.
If you give me some few minutes to make some comments. Okay. You're very, very careful about.
Anyway, I'm sorry for that comment.
About what we sit and see. Wouldn't him say before 2016 election, the issue of voters register became a contentious issue. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, every Ghana for na catch on say Togo for register. Ona koji. Omoya analysis of the Togo register. 10% of the analysis. Omoya 76,000 Ghana for Omodin. I want to go register, but my register will to go.
He's acknowledge. And no case duru. No. He's acknowledge no case duru.
Acknowledge no case duru.
Nye ni ko ha.
Asomwe the cover by now is a conclusion on kind.
But no, statement.
Let me read portions of the statement.
Okay,
sorry for sample.
Very good.
On this issue of inward looking, which became a contentious issue.
Sure.
I'm sorry I have to read this, but
let's look.
A portion of it says the Volta region is not the only border region in Ghana, and yet the NPP or the New Patriotic Party has consistently demonized the Volta region with the sole objective of reducing voter turnout in the Volta region and thereby advancing the NPP's electoral chances. We cannot forget how then running mate Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia held an infamous press event in August 2015 at the Alisa Hotel in Accra, ahead of the December 2016 presidential and parliamentary elections, where he claimed that 76,286 people on the register of voters in the Volta region are Togolese. Indeed, the now vice president alleged then that he will present further evidence when he is done analyzing the remaining 90%. Another portion reads, the insults and unwarranted attacks on the people of the Volta region from leading members of the NPP-UP tradition have been consistent in our history. From the inward-looking statement by Victor Owusu to the infamous "there are no human beings in Hohoi" as claimed by Kwabena Agyapong. All this notwithstanding, as the Volta region is noted for, we have always turned the other cheek, ignoring our attackers and living peacefully with all men as the Bible instructs. Another portion. That said, it has become very obvious that the Akufo-Addo government, seeing that it has performed abysmally in power, has hatched a grand scheme to prevent as many people as possible in the Volta region, where they lack support, from obtaining base documents needed to register for the Ghana card, even as they continue to resist sound advice to include the voter ID. This can be the only plausible reason for the unfair and callous transfer of Mr. Womaga and Ms. Agbanyo, and the removal of Mr. John Yao Agbako as the national head. Ladies and gentlemen, in the case of Ms. Agbanyo, she has been transferred from the Sekendi municipality in the Western region to the Volta region with her little children in less than a year. Ms. Agbanyo is not a happy woman, as her tears continue to flow every day. Another portion says, we are also aware that the national head of the births and deaths registry in Accra, who hails from the Volta region, Mr. John Yao Agbako, was handed out similar brutish treatment when he was instructed to hand over to a subordinate and report himself to the head of the Public Service Commission for reposting to another institution.
Minority no account
waste of precious time and space.
Sir, Ghana card you want some. You know, say Ghana card and your business are the two about. But to say the friend saying the director of the professor, no, the NIA. Atefa, I could never say it could be the basis in which one bit may extract even the voter rule at their field.
Could. That's a creative word.
Good, yes.
So
Yes, I'm using the word.
Yeah, it means that
Yes, sir. Yeah, but yes, I gonna card. Yeah, almost say the only source you know a passport and the birth certificate. I mean, out of the blue, without any Ibiano, the director of births and deaths have been removed. Number 2.
The
voter regional director and the deputy has been transferred to Accra. And you didn't let her say, woman sees all registration of birth and death in voter region.
Where is that letter?
Where is that letter?
It's a letter
Where
from
is
the
it?
government.
I want to see the
Ask me
letter.
where is it? It's in the public domain.
A public domain bank.
It's in the
Public domain bank.
I have said that.
Public domain bank.
I have seen the letter. I have seen the letter.
Of Kwasa,
I have
a
seen the
notice board
letter
bench.
that is stating, sir, births and deaths in voter region should cease forthwith.
Why they sign the letter? Who signed the letter?
It was signed from
No, who signed the letter?
from the local government. No. So they should cease all registration.
Are you saying sir you will be no voter region? Yeah, man, the birth
They
certificate.
should cease all registration in voter region. As for the friends and newborns no there and your birth and death they call register. Newborns you go hospital like you go home.
Yes.
And you one more nyi na one more person one and na death so no who hospital why you but you more nyi and na ya ka say e bia ye kwa kwotro di unkuta birth certificate aye ma no bia nim say
Enun kwanti na enun kun na de ye
and now a 4 timetable omo ye kran voter region omo say e ka one of the regions that best starting. Then you have issued a statement to say there shouldn't be any registration of death.
When they issue statement,
Listen from the local government.
And maybe so say who signed it?
It was signed by a director for the minister for.
Do you have a copy of it?
I will check it because I had it.
We need out. I'll check it.
Oh man.
And can we go for the press conference? And come on, attach it to a press conference.
They showed the letter at the press conference yesterday.
What did my wife? And any public domain.
They make me see.
And any public domain.
Copy of the letter. Master, respect me that I will not come and sit by this table and come and lie.
I can be brain.
I will not come and sit here and lie because I have cited the copy of the letter.
You have cited. You have cited. They are telling you what cited. I'm a business. What's the
carry documents here?
Okay, I have a letter here. I have a letter here. Misaka letter be ewaha. At this point, me fan count say
verify.
I mean verify letter here. Let me just add that in Pamcho, just for the purposes of our in Komaya. Let me just add that I have not verified this letter yet. But the letter I have here says posting transfer, Ministry of Local Government Rural Development. I have been directed to recall you, Mr. Richard Wamaga, with immediate effect to the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, Accra, for reposting. You are therefore respectfully requested to report to the ministry today. Ensure that all birth registration and issuance of birth certificates cease with immediate effect. Please hand over to the Voter Regional Coordinating Director. Thank you. Signed by C.K. Dondio, Chief Director for Minister. Then the second one. The second one.
Is it not procedural? No, it's not part of a system.
No, Chief Director.
Today.
The letter is dated the 19th of June.
Say what I've been doing, and after a quiet press conference.
What
motivated you? And then as I come to the letter and bring when I'm going press conference.
Officer, you're moving your
registration. Yeah, Ghana card. Already, no, sitting vice president to grab a cassette, Togo for register, Ghana for 10%, 76,000 and the womb. And the one you know about him. Yeah, true, dear, sir. You say, so person control this way again and there. I just with a passport and also with a birth certificate. What throw letter say?
And now so be patching man. I have no come na munya dia moye
no certificate.
Oh. Sir.
And I'm telling you, Krobi or have a or do Kronia man crado. Omo ni birth certificate. No man can guarantee a man for say you can guarantee a man.
Can't say where
so you see, you look. Sometimes, mommy, you sentiment different, and
we can credit say you see obi let me about chairman.
We are obi na over chairman. Send the panel for what's animal winning.
You can never tell me the club
and I'm happy about your passion.
You can never tell me that.
But come yes, there's no smoke without fire. Oh yeah, so what's your transfer, sir? You could do transfers across the country. We'll be able to sell your transfer. Why do you single out one region? Look at the South region, no there. Source document now, it was for Biko, not called GB, not the call the card. Don't say when we have registration in that region.
Sir, you transfer B. What's that? Transfer to who?
I don't think I'm single out voter region. Unless you want, Musi, you talk for. We are Musi. I feel there. Control the crown and Ghana card. Musi, Yanfa, birth certificate, bro. Birth certificate to crown the panel koja. Must say voter region there. Munja birth certificate issue, and the minority people are raising issues against it. And you think this
point one made for sample for me that say, and moving on beyond that one, taking for sample for off air right now so that he can speak to himself for a while, and then we'll come back. And yes, utie anope ye fro inokte yeta fro boga uye teleni o kumase. And wa wada inti inokte yeta fro boga we teleni o kumase. We wish you a happy birthday. God richly bless you. And then the tribal sentiments in the NDC statement ought to be condemned in no uncertain terms. Are we not beyond all this? It's really sad. Well, Nanaya, it is indeed very sad. But you can hear for some folks screaming himself off that and your tribalism, and that they are bringing the issues up into Yebejanasa and Sa. I thought Yabuatinjan had stopped his tribal rants. Well, Yabuatinjan has apologized for what he said this morning, and I'll leave it there. Accuracy. What patrol Janasa? What fire? Me what fire say? Me say what patrol Janasa? Kasu. Where Janasa? And then what Sampine is doing is very annoying and infuriating. Sampine is annoying me this morning. And let's see. Now Larry Dogbe says, I hear my brother Sampine is busily ravishing the publications in my newspaper on the Blaze 275 buses. Did I also hear Mr. Baku suggest that reporting on the dismissal of the 200 and more workers, whether casual or permanent, is immaterial and mischievous? Well, he didn't say that he was referring to Fusu Ampofo in a chat. He wasn't referring. Listen to me before you react. Because I know one simple make. So, Larry, maybe they reported to you very wrongly, but I'll leave it there for now. And then this one says, Kofi Taylor on Despite Lane, get well soon. If not for hypocrisy and dishonesty, while the NDC really fight against the creation of a new region. Well, so Obama, are they fighting against the creation of a new region? I'll leave it there. Quickly, any comments? 2 minutes, I'm done.
Let me read in. I am sent my WhatsApp, but I may examine again. The point in there, that portion now was a 1 season registration.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to find out why. There may be something is happening there. Yes, so don't then jump on to a conclusion there because of that particular paragraph of that letter. It will target a particular region or people of a certain ethnic roots. That's my difficulty.
No, politicians.
No. But this is dangerous politics.
So you are doing
when we see the signs, we need to
look. And difficult. And mission impossible to see clarification. There might be some intelligence and a report be a particular authority at Enya. Should I say maybe even the registration in Yamawa and they are not even doing it in the way that it should be done. Maybe people are not following procedures. What letter? Why any secret or a letter? This letter, no, it's possible. It can happen in any other region. But if assuming without admitting, say, BB so of water region, in terms of this registration, they are not following the appropriate procedures. So you are asking the superior authority not to ask that, hold on, ceasefire, let's investigate. In time, I have an open mind on that. I'm not prepared to read based on the letter, now to read ethnocentric things into the matter. That's dangerous. It's unfounded until and unless you are double checking what is it that the people were doing there relative to registration of births and deaths in Kwame. The entire occasion. That is, you proceed there letter now, reading the authentic.
You are very intelligent to read between the lines.
Oh, yes, sometimes your intelligence can overflow and create problems for you.
People shouldn't take and say you do.
No, Mr. I'm not underestimating. No.
Yeah, what is that? Say, don't do him, no. Don't do so him, no.
Mini don't do.
Only in the personal. Okay.
Oh, he's the chief director there. Don't do.
Make him. Maybe, sir.
So let's check.
Very, very
Look,
careful.
you're finding out.
Take your time and look at the chronology.
Finish.
And the way things are going. And it's very worrying.
Which way? Which chronology?
I mean, this registration.
There's no chronology. They are just piecing things together.
No.
That's what they are doing.
There's no chronology.
They are
You're piecing things
to
together.
suit a certain agenda.
I started telling you, sir.
But mention inward and referred it to Victor Usu.
You see, then that's just a mashada.
And then they mention Agyapong.
It's just a mashada.
There is a deliberate attempt.
No. I'm worried. I'm very worried.
It's a very worrying development because there is a deliberate attempt being perpetrated to ensure, sir.
Mr. Ambofo, you are not like that.
No,
what you are doing is dangerous.
Because
being perpetrated by whom? By whom?
I have sat down. I have read things.
By whom?
You see,
being perpetrated by whom? By whom?
Like it.
Who? Say when we say there's a contentious issue.
No, don't divert. There's a deliberate effort being perpetrated by whom?
By the MPP government.
To
ensure that they undermine the process in voter region to their advantage.
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
There you go.
Look at that.
Wow.
Kwame.